All right, now I asked about solving the previous equation in terms of one variable. There's a couple ways you can do it. I'm just going to show you one of the ways. For me, the simplest way was to use that 3,000 minus a variable equals the other variable, because that's a very easy, neat relationship between A and B. There's only one number, so it's very easy to just understand the relationship between those two things with that simple equation. What that tells me is that if A is going to be equal to 3,000 minus B, and if B is equal to 3,000 minus A, anytime I see an A or a B, I can just substitute the other side of that equation in there. So in this case, I took what was B. B used to be this right here, this part of my equation, and I substituted in 3,000 minus A for it. So now I have this whole equation here in terms of just A's. Now I can actually start simplifying this equation down, and I can figure out what A equals. And then once I figure out what A equals, that I'm almost the entire way there, because then I'll know exactly how much went into A, and since there's only $3,000 total in that hat invested, it'll be very easy to figure out from there how much is in account B. So the next stage is just simplifying this equation down, because there's a lot here. I started by multiplying out the 0.08. Oh, and remember that 8% is 0.08 and not 0.8. I always make that mistake quite commonly. So multiply the 0.08 to both of these numbers, because when I substitute the 3,000 minus A in, it's going to be in brackets. So the 0.08 has to apply to both of these, because both of these are part of B. So I would get 0.08 times 3,000, which is going to equal 240, and then I'm going to get 0.08 times A. And so I'll get the full equation, which should be $256, that's the interest, equals 0.1A, that's the 10%, that's the initial 10% that A is being invested at. And then this part that I substituted in for B in terms of A. In the next step, I'm just going to simplify it down a little bit more.